Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while, but you always know that whenever I come back with fire information. So, without any further ado, let me just break it down on what am I going to be covering today. Which one? I'll be showing you the platform that I'm testing out, which is Holla Prime. Number two, I'll be showing you the trades I've taken on that account and how did I come about taking those trades, the risk management I used on that. Number three, I'll be breaking down maybe one pair for you guys that I'm still going to take in this same account. Maybe I can also break it down for you guys in order for you to execute the same trade as me. And then lastly, I will be sharing the strategic approach that you only need when trading prop firms. As I said, whenever I come back, I always come back with something fire. So let us start off one with going through the prop firm that I'm testing. I'm currently testing out Holla Prime, which is a prop firm that I was recently introduced to. Starting off with the Holla Prime dashboard, one thing that was attractive about it is number one, it is an all type of combination, whether you're a forex trader, crypto trader, or future trader, everything you find it right here. And then they also have three types of accounts, which is a Prime, Pro, and Direct, which on my side I bought the one step Prime challenge and also who wouldn't want 1 hour payouts. Like, I know you don't believe it, but they do have it whereby they offer 1 hour payouts. So let us go through my challenge dashboard. So under Holla Prime, I have a one-step challenge, which is a $25,000 worth of challenge. So let us go through the dashboard. And as going through the dashboard, already you can see that I've started trading it. As you can see that I started trading this account on the 13th of October, and I'll be having bi-weekly payouts if I happen to get a payout. The initial balance was $25,000. So the profit target for this challenge is 10%. 10% of $25,000 is $2,500, and you can already see that we are 19% up. All right, so we are currently up. So the profit target that we have to reach is 25% of it's 10% of $25,000, and then minimum trading days it's 2 days, meaning that at least you have to trade 2 days, and then inactivity countdown is 30 days. If 30 days hits without you having to trade this account, obviously it'll be taken away. And then maximum loss is $1,500, which maximum loss is 6%, and daily loss is 700, and it's actually 750, which is 3%. So okay, wow. At first this was quite scary on my side, as I'm used to now trading big accounts, but I was just like, it's not a bad thing. Like, one thing about prop firms, it's how you think about it. They're all the same in terms of risk management and all of those stuff. For example, if you were to have $100,000 worth of a challenge, and then $25,000 worth of a challenge. Obviously, if you are using lot size 2 this side on your $25,000, this side you are most likely to use lot size 4, meaning you times that, So it's just a mind game. It's just a mind game. I usually hear people saying that sometimes they fail because they can't trade small accounts. Like, how? Because if you're used to big accounts, you just divide. If you're used to small accounts, you just times. So yeah, now let us go through the trades that I took in order to reach this. So far I've taken 2 trades and currently having my pending order. So the first trade that I took was on Euro USD, which I'll show you on my screen on me executing the entry and calculating my risk. So in that being said, Euro USD, I was actually scalping this, and mind you, forex has been showing me flames lately, so I didn't even trust this entry either. So right here, what I saw, if I'm not mistaken, I think I took this on my 5 minutes. Let me check. Yeah, I think I took it on my 5 minutes. All right, so right here, Right here, we were having a series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, consistently breaking structures to the bottom till we had an internal change of character. Till we had this internal change of character, which now told me that if price decides to come back, if price to decide to give me like a few candlesticks that will show me that they're retracing, I'll then start looking for my buys from there. So this was just a scalp, like, so in me, let me just mark my breakout structures first. This is where my breakout structures were at. So I had thought that if price decides to come back right here or give me 2 to 3 candlesticks moving to the downside, it is most likely to buy from there. Let's see how it goes. Okay, it continues moving up. So which is this? This is now what happened. So price started retracing. After giving us a change of character, it started retracing. And then from there, what did I do? I dragged my fib from where the impulse started to where it ended, predicting that price has had chances of coming to retrace right here, which then from there, I then placed my entry at level 71.79. I then placed my entry right here at level 71.79 with my stop loss a little bit below right here. Targeting this high, which was a risk reward ratio of 1:2. And then let's see how it played out. We went to profit and then boom, stop loss, first stop loss. So that is how my Euro USD was disrespected. We had a clear change of character and price. As much as momentum, you could see momentum, but when it was reaching our point of interest, it started decreasing. So that's what gave me hopes that price is most likely to respect this. And then moving on to GBP JPY, looking at the overall structure of GBP JPY, it showed me that it has to come and fill this gap right here before even moving to the upside. So GBP JPY was the next trade I took, which also you'll see on my screen in me executing and calculating my risk. So right here, I had predicted that GBP JPY has to come and fill this gap before it even shoots to the upside. So as I moved down to my smaller time frame, what I saw is that we have been consistently breaking structures to the bottom, which is much clearer on our 30-minute time frame. On our 30-minute time frame, we can see that we have been consistently breaking structures to the bottom, which also gave me a confirmation that right here, this is some sort of a bearish flag that is forming and it has to be taken out. It has to be taken out. Price really has to be moving to the downside here. So, and then from there, what did I do? In order to make things simple for you guys, I'll just mark it like this. Break of structure, and then I considered this as one leg. Why? I considered this as one leg simply because we've been consolidating towards the downside. We didn't have a clear correction towards the upside. So I usually say that a consolidation should have at least 2 or more candlesticks opposing, not equal candlesticks like this, like in a corrective manner. So it's why I consider this as one leg, meaning this is where my last breakout structure was at. So, and then from there, what happened is that I dragged my fib from where the impulse started to where it ended, predicting that price has, which is right here, it's ended right here, predicting that price has high chances of coming to retrace in this level right here. And then I took my entry at level 71.79. Took my entry at level 71.79, and we sure did face a little bit of a drawdown before we hit take profit. I think my TP was a little bit below. We faced a little bit of drawdown before we hit take profit, but eventually we did. This was the next trade that I took, which now I can already give you a trade idea that price has high chances of coming to retrace back right there. Obviously, in order for us to confirm that this is exactly going to happen, we want to see price consolidating towards the upside. We want to see price consolidating towards the upside before we can fully confirm, which also taking me back to saying that you are able to scalp buys towards the upside by scaling down to your smaller time frames, which is 5 minutes or even 15-minute time frame to get an internal change of character before even moving to the upside. So that was the JBP JPY trade that I took. So now looking at GBPUSD, we can see that price is consistently breaking structures to the bottom as we are focusing on current market price, and from there it is most likely for us to do what, to look for sells more than we look for buys. So in that being said, if I'm following my strategy now, I'll drag my fib from where the impulse started to where it ended, predicting that price has high chances of retracing a level 71.79 before even it's changing direction. Also because we had this small fair value gap right here, which has already been triggered. So long term, we are looking for sells, meaning that I would have entered my sells right here. I would have entered my sells right here, which this makes it a risk entry. A risk-free entry is whereby you are waiting for a change of character on your smaller time frame. So this is the trade that I'll be capitalizing on, which is me looking for scalps on smaller time frames. So let us check when we are scaling down. So in us scaling down on our 1 hourly time frame or even 30-minute time frame, because it's much in detail, we can see that internally we have been having consistent breakout structures to the top. It happens that externally you are having breakout structures to the bottom, while internally you are having breakout structures to the top, simply because we gotta retrace in after each and every impulse. So you'll find that on one time frame it's still retracing, and on the bigger time frame it's just the structure, the overall structure. So it happens. So you gotta wait for your internal to align with your external. The minute it aligns, and then you take things from there. So right here we are having a series of high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, consistently breaking structures to the top until we had a change of character that took place right here. And then from there, what else can be our confirmation? Obviously, as I'm seeing this, I'm able to construct a trend. Which obviously the minimum touches of our trend should be 2 or more. The more the touches, the stronger the confirmation. So right here, I'm able to see that price has broken out of the trend, also taking out the higher low that gave rise to the last higher high, giving us a confirmation that our bigger picture is now ready. So now I'm dragging my fib, since I've seen 2 to 3 candlesticks retracing, dragging my fib from where the impulse started to where it ended, predicting that price has high chances of coming back to the same entry as our bigger time frame. But now this is a risk-free entry because now it decreases our risk. You can target this risk reward ratio of 1:2, or even grabbing it till this point right here. It's up to you, but in most cases a reasonable risk reward ratio is usually 1:3, if not 1:2. And also we have this liquidity that has to be swept. 1, that's our confirmation. 2, change of character. 3, waiting for a fib to be tested. And then 4, we are having an imbalance. So if price decides to disrespect this, it's actually against us. Nothing more than that. It'll just be actually against us instead. So this is the trade that I'm currently waiting for on GBPUSD. And then now let us go through the only thing you will need in order for you to pass your prop firm challenge. This is the only strategic approach you will need when trading prop firms. Number 1, you gotta have a trading strategy. Your trading strategy has to be structured and proven. Know the strategy you are using, know the ins and outs of that certain strategy. You can't use this strategy while using that, while mixing with this, while you are taking that where you saw from Tyrant, while you are putting that in indicator. Because the minute you have a lot going on, it messes up everything. You end up not knowing which is the right thing to really follow, because one strategy of yours will be showing you a sell while the other is showing you a buy. And then 2, you gotta understand the prop firm's rules. As I went through the Holla Prime prop firm, I told you these are the rules, these are the objectives that I need to follow. And then the minute you understand that, you'll be able to have your mind structured properly on what you need to do, what you don't need to do. These are just the objectives, but it goes deeper in terms of rules, having to understand the prop firm, if they allow you to trade, to hold trade overnight, over weekends, if they limit you on lot sizes and all of those stuff. Those are the things that you gotta understand when it's come to prop firm rules. It goes a long way. Not every prop firm have the same rules. Number 3, which is the most important, which this I love the most, is risk management. Fight to survive first, then thrive. Don't rush to pass without having to protect your capital. Like, a lot of people will just over risk and risk it all from the get-go without protecting their capital. So if you are willing to lose that account, then be my guest, go all in. But according to me, I'd advise you to try by all means to fight for survival and then thrive after. Meaning, it goes back to my 2% rule. At the end of the day, we don't want to be having one and the same prop firm for about 3 months. 3 months having to pass phase 1, another 3 months phase 2. By the next year, in 2 years, you would have passed one challenge. No. So it's why I say have a 2% rule, which this 2% rule goes a long way into you trusting your strategy. So 2% rule means that you risk 2%. So if the for example, if the maximum loss is 10% and you are risking 2%, it gives you 5 chances. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It gives you 5 chances for you to fail the account, while it gives you approximately 3 chances for you to pass. 3 to 2 chances for you to pass, because you are having a risk reward ratio that is healthy. You are risking 1 to gain 2 or 1 to gain 3. So you are most likely to pass in 3 trades or 2 trades, while you are most likely to lose in 5 trades if you are risking 2%. And in that way, you are seeing a way forward, whether you are passing or failing, not being stagnant on one account for 5 months. And then also, lastly, have an execution plan. Have limit orders. So limit orders allow you to not have emotions on the trade that you will be holding at that time. So whenever you take a decision with a pending order, whenever you are taking a decision, I actually meant to write pending order, not limit order. So whenever you're taking a decision with a pending order right there, you are calm, you are in control of whatever that is happening. You are not having your emotions controlling you, that we are entering now and all of those stuff. You're just down to life and letting price play out for itself. So have pending orders. Pending orders allow you to control the emotions much better, and it improves your psychology in a certain way. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys. As I said, GBPUSD, that's what I was looking forward to, which can be playing out in the upcoming week. And yeah, don't give up, guys. Don't give up. I know the market has been crazy lately. I can also relate, but don't give up. And also, try out Holla Prime with me using my promo code at TyronTheGoat30. TyronTheGoat30, you are getting a discount of 30% if you are trying it out with me. And also, I might as well do you a favor and add you on my Discord group. So if you want to join on my Discord group for free, just buy yourself an account from Holla Prime using TyronTheGoat30, and then send me proof under my WhatsApp, if not WhatsApp, Telegram. And remember, I don't take investments, I don't trade for people, so don't let scammers scam you. Nonetheless, this is Tyron the Goat, the one and only female goat in the industry, and peace out.